So Juniper Square was formed post-Jobs Act, right, of 2012. So during, you are as old as crowdfunding, right, as real estate crowdfunding. And you've been there for a while, haven't you, Brandon? You've been at Juniper Square for much of that time. So let me ask this, what trends have you seen in terms of growth, not just for Juniper Square, but for the industry in general, for commercial real estate sponsors adopting these kinds of technologies? And we'll get to digital marketing in a minute. What trends have you seen over your time at Juniper Square? And then also let's talk a little about what trends you've started to see during COVID, because we've got 6 months of that history as well, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of trends. So, my background is in real estate. I joined Juniper Square in 2016 as the first commercial-facing sales business development hire when there was 4 or 5 of us at the company at that time. So, I've seen a lot in terms of Juniper Square, and I can speak to that in terms of how our product has matured and developed. But in terms of industry trends, there's a few broad ones that we've seen. The first is this increasing. When you think about the power and the dynamics between an investor and investment manager, over the years, that power has shifted back and forth. The pendulum of power has shifted back and forth from investor to manager to investor to manager. And where we are right now, and one of the reasons what we're doing is so important is because it's the investor today that has the power in the relationship. That doesn't mean the investment manager is powerless, but the power is shifted to the investor. The investor, if you are a high net worth investor and you want to invest in real estate, you have options. There's lots of different groups that are very good at what they do who syndicate deals. And so the way that you can start to weed out the groups that you want to invest with from those that you don't is to look at performance. And the way that you look at performance is you look at it in a consistent kind of apples to apples manner. And when you do that, one big trend that you see is that it's really hard for your typical GP to not only produce a track record, but to actually know what their performance is. And so this push for more transparency and more accurate and timely reporting from the investor is a major trend that we've seen since we started the company, and we continue to see even in this COVID environment, because anytime there's a crisis, what do people want to know? They want information. Even if it's my investments aren't doing so well, that is 10 times better than saying nothing.
And silence. Exactly,
silence
right.
is the worst. Silence is the worst, right? So this is one major trend that we've seen.